Well, more Jaguar MKII stuff, guys. Hope you realise I'm doing my damnedest to pull this shit out. This is the interior lights in the rear. They have a number of components. They have this little gasket. They have the main body piece. They have the lens, of course. And they have a chrome ring. And they also have another gasket. And this gasket goes in here, and then the glass plastic goes in there, and then the main light. Yeah, it's kind of tricky to get it lined up, but you know what I mean. And then I believe, and it's been so long since I took this fucking thing apart, I believe this gasket goes here. I could be wrong on that. I'm going to have to double check. And then there's another wooden gasket on the body. Now, yeah, I'm pretty sure that one went behind. Wow, that's what happens when you take a vehicle apart so many years away. In fact, come to think of it, that gasket may need to go after the lens. Oh, does it fit on the lens? Yes, it does. Yeah, so that's probably where it goes. Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure that's where it goes now, doing this. Now, the whole point of this video is that this breaks. This one, I've glued it together just so I can get the shape, and I've put that, or going to put that shape on there, so that will go on there. Then this lens will go in, and you'll see how it will go together. I have this piece of plastic sheeting that I got from Hobby Lobby, which I'm going to be punching a hole in there, or drilling a hole in there. I needed to cut a perfect circle on plastic, so I kind of had to get inventive, and I've used an old woodworking tool here. I can't remember what the hell you call them. A gauge, something gauge, mortise and tenon gauge, something like that. This particular one has 3 points on it, one here and two there. Those two I have set to be that width. My plan, now that you can see I have it all clamped up, let's remove the plastic. So that goes in that hole there, and then I score it. And the theory, and I haven't done this yet, is to get the piece of plastic, staple it on there with my air staple gun so that it doesn't firkin well move, drill the hole through there. Well, in fact, I'll come through from here so that it gets in the right place there. Then I will place this in the hole and score the plastic, and keep turning it and turning it and turning it and turning it until it gives way and leaves me a ring. Don't you love the theory? It may not work. You kind of have to get creative sometimes. Who knows? It may work, it may not. At the moment I can't use the staple gun because I don't have enough air, and my compressor backs up to the bedroom wall, and my lady is taking a nap at the moment, so I can't fire that up. So you're going to have to wait for a nanosecond for you, and for who knows how long for me. Right, let's now see if we can progress. We'll hold this down. I was going to drill the hole through, but apparently with this kind of drill, you need to plug it in. Duh. I don't know if this is going to work, so, you know, this is an experiment, guys. And as always, if it doesn't work, you ain't going to see this. So, I have made my adapted kit with the clamp, my scriber, because the diameter is correct, and my my gauge. So now let's see what happens. This may or may not work. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I'm just trying to make 2 plastic rings. That's all I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to make them nice. I tried doing it, let me show you this, with some scissors. Really not circular. So, now, don't know if this is going to work, guys. You're going to have to choose your own method to create these if you want to. I don't think these are available. That old adage that I've used before, needs must when the devil drives. And believe me, the devil drives me a lot. Well, I guess I'm one of Satan's children, huh? People pray for me and they think I'm a good guy, but I don't know. Well, I'm not really evil. I don't kill people. Do really nasty things, do I? I'm just not that pure and good. I have a friend, and he's a Mormon, and I said, hey, you guys can't drink Coca-Cola and stuff like that. He says, I drink Dr. Pepper. I said, well, hang on a minute, you're not allowed to do that. He said, oh yeah. He said, I do it. I said, well, why? He said, because if I'm too good, my God will take me. Got to admire the logic in that. Although I don't believe in God, but you got to admire the logic in that. I don't want to be too good because he'll take me. I thought that's a fucking good answer. Even though it's not where I go, or doesn't float my boat. I've got to keep going. Each time I go round, I try and push a little harder. That's the way my wife likes me to do it. Each time I get her, I push a little harder. And she laughs. That's really embarrassing, you know. When she says, you know, is it in yet? And I said, well, I've finished. Ah, the old jokes. Oh, there's a really bad one. How do you make a woman come? The answer? Who cares? I'm sorry, girls. That's not the way I function, but it's a really bad joke. Oh, dear. Oh. Wow. This isn't easy. Just trying to get through this plastic. Okay, I think now I can probably pull that out of there and maybe run a knife round, because I've got that really deeply scored. So let's see. Don't you go away. What can I use here? Apart from a brain cell. Now, do I just pry this off first? Or do I try and run a scalpel around it? The inner circle is the more difficult one. Now guys, do understand this is the first time I've attempted this, so I'm really not sure. I'm going to get a scalpel. Cheers. What kind of scalpel? I think I want one with a very sharp point. And by the way, if you don't know a nurse, find one, because they can give you these kind of scalpels. Just don't piss them off, because they'll stab you with one of these things. Ooh. Hey, we all love nurses. Excluding the... No, shit, I'm not going to exclude the uniforms. The uniforms are lovely. I have been married to a nurse. I have known many nurses. They are generally, excluding the ex-wife who was a nurse and a parasite, they're normally pretty good damn women. Actually, and the men too. I've known a number of male nurses. And there was one male nurse that saved my life. Do you want to hear the story? You may not, but you're gonna. I went in for a heart operation where they shoved 5 tubes up through my groin to stop my heart from electrically beating wrong. So they went in to zap some nerves, and they went up through the groin. They, I don't know what the name of the vein is, but it's a big fucking vein that goes from your groin up to your heart. However, did the operation very successfully, worked great. But I spent the next 7 hours laying on my back. Okay, great. So 7 hours on your back. After that, the male nurse that was in the room with me said, hey, you know, Gary, if you want to get up and have a pee now, you can. Oh, fuck yeah. Boy, do I want to have a pee. So I got up to have a pee. I'm standing there, and I look in the bowl, and it's bright red. That's not good. Now look at the floor. The floor's bright red. Oh shit, I'm bleeding. So I called to the male nurse. Hey, I think there's a problem. The problem was that the plug, or whatever you want to call it, that was in the main artery in my leg had popped out. I was about to bleed out. I probably had 2 minutes to live. This male nurse picked me up, put me on the bed, and shoved his hand on my groin. Not something I let men do. However, in this case, I allowed it because he was saving my life. He put pressure on my groin. And he's had to leave his hand on my groin for approximately 30 minutes. So 30 minutes I've got a man that I don't know with his hand on my groin. I'm not that way inclined. He then obviously had hit an emergency button or something, and I ended up with 5 nurses in my room. I have the horrible gown right up around my neck. I have a man with his hand on my groin, and I have 4 other nurses wandering around, and everything I've got is on show. One of the elderly nurses said to me, "Oh, you must be embarrassed." And I said, no, I haven't got anything you haven't seen. Maybe a different colour, maybe a different shape. The man with his hand on my groin is currently saving my life. I don't care. So, I give a shout out to all you nurses, male or female. Thank you for everything you do. I would not do it, but you guys do, and I really do thank you for it. Sorry, that was a hell of a digression from Jaguar parts, but it was just a story that came to mind. Okay, so it won't let me pull it out, but let's see. Actually, let's go under here and do it this way. Now guys, do understand this may not work, and if it doesn't, I'm still going to put it out there and show you, because I've got to do this twice, once for each light, and if it works, whoop fucking doody, and if it doesn't, whoop-de fucking doody. Come on, get in there. Let's see. Okay, here we go. All right, so now, okay. Oh, really? Oh, really? O'Reilly. Oh, really, O'Reilly? That's just the thin film there. Oh, wow. Oh, fucking wow. I now have that ring. Hang on, where is the... Hang on. Sorry, guys. I just want to see how this compares to the ring that I'm replacing. Oh, would you look at that? Now this, do note, this piece of plastic here has a film on it that I'm going to remove before I put it in, but that worked. That has fucking worked. I'm sorry. I'm happy about that. All right, let's take the film off while you're watching. I want to clean up the edges, you know, with just a little light rubbing. This is never ever going to be seen. Damn, I hope you guys are still videoing this. Or I'm still videoing this. This is not something I expected to work, but I kind of hoped it would. Okay. Now, it's clear plastic, I know. That doesn't matter. There you go, look at that. That is fucking brilliant. I'm sorry. I'm patting myself on the back here because that's amazing. And that will fit over there once I've given it a bit of a clean up. Wow. Yeah, that's going to fit on there nicely. I'm going to make another one of these, but as I said, I got to clean that up. The edges, it's a little tacky, and then it will fit in there nicely, and it's nice and flexible. Whereas this piece, well, it's the same consistency as this. You see, crap. So there you go, guys. That's how you can make that particular part up of the interior lights. This unfortunately will now be resided to the trash. I will now make another one of those and pat myself on the back. All right, Jaguar Mark II guys. Oh, any of you car guys, get your fucking ass out there in that garage and do some shit. And post it online. Send me your comments. Love to hear them. Really do. You don't like what I do? Okay, too bad. But if you do, you know, give it the thumbs up. For Christ's sake, give it a thumbs up. And those of you that are jumping onto this for the first time, please subscribe. It really does help. It doesn't cost you a dime. And hopefully you will enjoy the rest of the videos that I'm about to do. See, clean side this. That one's been done, so I'm going to do this side next. All right, as I said, please like, comment, subscribe, ding the dong, get out in that garage and do some shit. So here are the two lights now assembled. I do need to replace these bulbs. This one, as you can see, is totally fucked. This one is burnt to buggery. So we'll get a new one of those. That's how the light will look. Unfortunately, this one has a little crack in it, but hey, there you go. And then this gasket goes on, and then on the body of the car is a piece of circular wood, which I've obviously got to make. So there you go. Let's move on to the last clip. Grab myself two more of these bulbs, and that will be finished. That was the little adapter tool I made. You're going to have to get creative if you want to make these. I don't think they're available. And this one, surprisingly, is not as bad as this one. There you go. Well, I went down to my local AutoZone to try and get these replacement bulbs. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the right ones. I did find some, but they're just a little bit longer. 6411 is the AutoZone number, and they fit. They're a little bigger, and the wattage is higher, but I think they'll work. I think that's going to work fine. I guess I won't find out until such times as I got the car. So there you go. I just wanted to throw that in just in case you guys were looking for the bulbs that would fit. I don't know the number of the original one. It just says 12 volt 6 watt England. That's fucking helpful. 12 volt 6 watt England. These are 10 watt, 12 volt 10 watt and longer. I'm assuming they'll work okay. As I said, we'll find out.